Abosua TV. Enyansafo nko aneshe.
Breaking news. Yaba wonyina kwa aba na emfa momra Abosua 1 TV so no agye say enyansafo nko a na ehwe breaking news a eba ene say Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia oye the flag bearer edman MPP amanyuko no ado Endorsed chairman Wontumi say won na eme MPP chairman ewo ho no ya edim say Bernard Nchibosia ho ehwe say obeba bedum tani dia MPP amanyuko no na breaking news a eba ene say Yira Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia Endorsed na edin sembebre ena de ba enye asempetwa e ho no mo ononyamfo say ya adutwum former education minister former anasa bosomtwe na hye bedwani so de adesedi ato eye John Dramani mama enim ekwan ya wo no mo eye de afrik atonsu ede akopiem kontase a naban anye no se wo mra no ntumika no meye na sanso na na jampontua a wo no ye Pramsohene enso de adesedi ede ato yebeko Kevin Ekobedu Taylor edin sembi nso de atodwa anuanom enya semketo akra na yenten wokran dutumika na yenkonkohwe Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia endorsement a wode ama Bernard Nchibosia ko so mejum tani infama MPP amanyuko no yebe beto aso
Man running chairman. Man running, still running. Chairman of congratulations. Chairman of chairman. Our brother is going to be the president, the next president. Can we saw the last boy? Chairman of chairman. Chairman of chairman. The president brother. You've done it all. But chairman, I'm a good time. Yes, I know. We have been working for the final work together. You made him the flag bearer by your voice. And I'm happy. Your Excellency the President.
Yes, incoming. How are you?
Very well, my boss. Very well, my boss.
Very well. Abi.
King Abi.
How are you? Very good. Please have a seat.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And the hono yaka said this particular party yam say wo pass on wie mato abawi ye flag bearer enipa bebree for now nipa best 5 ene enya nti say wo mo pedum tani di be national chairman na se ba ko ba ofie na wo sha se fe ne chairman ho awa ne say ya direct and indirectly na assembly na woka e de ache delegate wo mokoto na se se de ye ka se Bernard Nchibosia ko fi Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia camp no sanete enti Wontumi ema edum tani yenko erutwum ono so de adesede e de ato John Dramani mama anim se bosomtwe ono ane mpesua so education minister ekwan omuyi wo mani omontimi anyana afi de John Dramani mama na eme no yenko ne nko tiemra
Wena ye dadwene eye ekwan ho asem yesese ye na baby anen kedi kodo aga abato ho nsem ankori aman amakwan akodu baby a aye me dadwene eni abanfufo yi ta ho eno mo kasa eni disi ye na kabo yesra be so meto asman now how edan so emfudu ebo ente onyi free o eman
eno echi ene Pramsohene nana jampo tua otoso mieno oso okasa eno ono so echire mu se
ya mesre Pramsohene adesi ye wakwantu ma hu se bebre eboa obi anfa ne honyem na dwumadi a ye die enye Pramsohene ene ko an bedi so mfaso watime wakame emankoso ma enti yemfa odo obi asie bia no obi anfa nche se ko yi ko yi a ye bebe Pramsohene dini ansa ne yabo obi adini enti mesre obi anfa koroye na omra ni antitiri kuroi
ne krakra na banka chepenyi o mekyerɛ district chief executive onumunyamfo engineer Abdullah Hamidu ono so ekyerɛ nhyehyɛ a aban ɛyɛ
ba na banana na hyase a wɔyɛ kwan yi free high tension kwa bɔ PA lake na am say ya ba bi do that plant na aban ba no say say audit of what the project I so nti so ani audit most of the time I must spend Accra bia no from the local government ministry bia straight to the roads ministry roads minister I dey go bebre na anaroma so me go say na our project na ida yakoso
eno so no wotena asia 8 years bosom twekwan even wo krom de achekra wantumi anyo krom de achempo wantumi anhwe ama o ma anye Pramsohene the only natural lake in West Africa hanomo ene bosom twe nsu eda ho ekwan ye de be komponye wantumi anhwe 8 years 1 year pen what the pressure to aban bi so wo mra no meye Mia me nana jampo ntua Pramsohene ono so na mote ne nka ono so de na de sedie etu dwa no entu mirika ne enkohwe ekọ baby tailor we expose Valco enima ekoso ho a enne edi nchini wahye waba no ekọ baby tailor de nsema to dwa ni mo mpatwa nsa ne bekọ akọre ne so won subscribe ye ni die mu subscribe na share na like mama Hayabusua 1 TV wo se nyansafo nko ana subscribe na share na for adventure to us mama yenkohwe ye ba beto us.
A party will release a statement and speak on its own primaries about things they believe, about things they suspect to say were not done in the interest of party, and the democracy we are practicing. It means that the NDC, they have moved Ghana's maturity in governance, in democracy, to a level just a majority of African countries Andrew. This is the first time in the history of Ghana. Our president Tubika said, this primaries, the party in power, Tubika said, this primaries, and yet the general secretary of a party, its leadership, even its leadership in the legislature or in parliament, is able to boldly release a statement against their own primaries. This is a big step. This is a big edge in Ghana's democratic dispensation. Because Ubetman and Ghana had a beer from the time Fourth Republic we started. We've never had a government, and I'm talking about an MPP government that has been bold enough to speak against ills, against democracy, against elections, against their party and activity. In the history of Ghana, it is only John Mahama, the NDC party, and the NDC legislative. So you need to understand the NDC, and today the conversation is about what? Me sitting here, the disciplinary action the NDC is going to take. It's not my problem because the NDC knows what to do. They know how to put a committee together. In fact, they have put a committee together. But part to be yes, part to be secretary, to be Kasa, part to be the leadership of parliament to be Kasa, part to be president, to be Kasa say, wait dear, this is extraordinary. See that. Nansanke kufu ado ne Bawumia. Sangwasi afu to be biobano eka and seven see under their leadership 8 years about elections. So we should be happy. We should applaud the president, applaud the NDC. They have shown to say when it comes to democracy, so this is a record, and this is something we should appreciate. Young people, old people, these are things we need to sit back and say, part we had your money day, part way Ghana power. Right now, every young person in the university, in any tertiary institution, every young person in senior high school will sit and say, this is a party. When I grow up and I contest it and somebody tries to even bully me, use their money, their wealth, their influence, the party will be able to step up and say things didn't go the way it's supposed to go. This is a new Ghana, new party, new governance. The NDC are lifting the governance, and the democracy, the understanding of our democracy to a higher level. So the conversation should be about, have we reached there yet? Is the NDC taking us to where we want to get to? deɛ na yɛpɛ de no de bia yɛkasa ne politics deɛ yɛbɛtumi yi sikasɛm afiri the politics deɛ party bɛn na bɛtumi agyina hɔ akasa ayi saa deɛ no. This is the beginning of the step now you're taking for a long time now. When we sit on radio and on TV, on social media, on TikTok, we need to be proud. We can sit anywhere else and say, under the leadership of John Mahama, under NDC as a party, under the leadership of Mahama Yaraga in Parliament, the majority caucus, they have been able to speak against their government. Salah Cow, chairman Wontumi, MPP chairman, Kwasiafo di MPP. We saw elections for Ghana and the MPP conducted here. Even their recent primaries from here, Bawumia, Jessica, Bride Champion, Jessica, Japan. We saw it clearly in our eyes. In front of us, we all saw it. The way they were throwing money around. Akosha made Jessica. And none of these raccoons, dead goats, were able to speak against their party. That Bawumia, anybody champion, money Kennedy, Omni Sika essay, Omo party, no, essay Ghana politics. There are videos all over the place. We saw Sika, Brother Champion, Sika, Bawumia, Akosha Menemu, Kennedy Japan, the Baja Fonso, Sika. These are things that none of these piglets was able to say, said, no, enough is enough. Bawumia, a Kufuado, Kofo, Hakanoso Ajma, my Koko, all the communities are there. Nobody, after Kennedy, I had a lapdog. He saw all these things. But you see, the difference between NDC and NPP is that the NDC, they have matured in politics. It does not matter who you are. If things are not done right, Obekacho when you said Abi. And Ghana, your problem now has been about money influencing our decision in politics. Now, if the NDC has taken this step to make sure so obey that money factor not every your politics more, then the NDC is doing Ghana more good than these piglets. It is a TV swap. You need to ask yourself, at the NDC where ye, how far is it going to go to help our democracy? How far is it going to help curb corruption? How is it going to change our political landscape? The NDC have set a standard. We need to push that standard. We need to make sure, say, we force the other political parties, especially the NPP, which is filled with people with corrupt money. People who only think, say, so we could take Zika and I'm relevant. Because today, they're all running around by the champion, Bawumia and Kennedy, because almost Zika to give to the so-called delegate dogs to share and come give us bad leadership. And this is the time we need to sit and say, the difference between the NDC and the NPP is very clear. The NDC has shown maturity. They have shown, say, Ghana Democrats, some person will use Sasika 7 film. And to me, I don't care about the disciplinary committee. I don't care about it is the party's decision. They will have to find a solution to that problem. But at least they have been able to tell us Ghanaians that it's a party that does not rely on Sika, does not rely on people sharing money to take power. And if we all hold these political parties accountable to these things, we will have a country whereby we will have genuine, legitimate people leading us as a nation than bringing raccoons, drug addicts, corrupt, crazy people in the MPP sharing money like mad dogs with diseases. We saw it. We witnessed it. And nobody in Ghana can tell me, say, what we witnessed under the MPP, time and now we are primaries, what we witnessed was nothing. You all saw it. He could not speak against it because that is how the MPP politics, they are not ready to change. They are not ready to change the way they do their politics. And so we need to applaud this government. In fact, we need to applaud this president. We need to applaud the leadership of parliament. We need to applaud the NDC as a political party. They are changing our politics. They are making it more cleaner. They are really showing us maturity. Where Jimmy and you have a problem with. This is the change you have been looking for. A party, its leadership is able to boldly say, we think this election did not go the way it was supposed to go. Legitimately, we think some things were off and that it should be annulled. Some people have even raised the issue of the primaries being annulled. This is a big deal. Can the NPP do that? Can the NPP with the JHS delegates, can they do that? These are foolish people we are not supposed to pay attention to. And if we want to have a conversation, this is a conversation we need to have now. This is a conversation that will change the face of our politics. We have been screaming since 1992. Your politics, sika say no, your politics, sika say no, your politics, sika say no. And then a political party that has taken the bold step to speak against its own party members about some of the conduct that they believe goes against what we Ghanaians we stand for and what the party itself stand for. Why are you not happy about this? This is a conversation we need to be having. This is the most important thing Ghana after 60-something years in our history. Let's not joke with us. From today, you will say NDC changing your politics for the better. Almost standard, almost maturity. The way they understand politics now, MPP for here, they are still foolish. Make tomorrow videos by 30 videos by 30. Run the champion, Bawumia, Kennedy Japan. Last week, yeah. We all saw it. We all saw the videos. None of the people in the NPP, not a single dwarf or a pet, was able to speak against it. Now, party bolder. We should be happy. So, I'm very happy about this. The NDC should take their time. They should investigate the matter. They should come to that conclusion. NDC is a matured party. It's a party that is ready to protect our democracy. It's a party that is unique. And that other lesser parties like the NPP, they need to learn from the NDC. And from day one, NDC, they have always taken the lead. They have always been the leaders. They have always shown maturity in their decision-making, in their conferences, in their party decisions. You have seen it. Right now, when you look at the leadership of the NDC and look at the leadership of the NPP does not even have, they don't even have a chairman. So it's a party full of piglets who still believe they are entitled to fool on the streets of Ghana. That's their problem. But this is a life-changing thing for Ghana as a nation. So people say, oh, who's a Ghana mature? This. Because the question the person will ask is, so is this coming from the same political party that is in power? Say yes. And their own people went for primaries and the party is speaking against it. Yes. That shows that the party has arrived. The NDC is about 30 years ahead of the NPP. And this alone should tell you that. In Ghana form, let's not underestimate it. Let's not see this as a normal thing. This is a big deal. This is a big deal. Ghana history move. This is a big deal. So let's not underestimate this, please. Very important. All right, let's move forward. Now, this is also another story. I've spoken about it. Valco, last week I say, this Valco matter, realistically, Valco needs over $700 million. $700 million to work at full capacity, Valco. Now, there's something is happening. Valco workers are demanding the resignation of Giadec CEO Randolph Chumesi Ankra, accusing him of mismanagement and exaggerating losses to justify government investment plans. Now, local union chairman Tete Samuel Watchman Ajiman urged the president to dismiss him, saying attempts to engage him have failed. And yes, workers are more Valco. Omunyina abo man say, man or the leader of Giadec. In fact, Giadec, basically in charge of government shares when it comes to Valco. In Valco, shares room. Giadec, buying shares, protected. Now, workers now more Valco, and yes, or actually, you said, or actually say, almost leader now or that Giadec, no, Mr. Randolph, almost say, I Mr. Randolph, or misinformed. Now, the all you say, Valco, a canal Valco airborne, or a canal send your bayer a buying a strategic investors member of board. So, Valco workers no almost demonstration in the Adentra, almost say, Mr. Randolph, Giadec no on the down on a buying shares from them handle. Workers leader no odi workers didn't acquire demonstration. Almost say, Oma Jatum say Valco aboka. Oma Jatum say, working conditions in here. Oma Jatum say, Valco is not making any profit. But the emblem identity Mr. Randolph no, manayahu magana for who's a Valco nebu. Between you workers and myself here, we all know say Valco egu. Now, the person who is behind this is the CEO. Last week, we say, Obi Onipebia Oba blocking investors from coming to invest in Valco. Strategic investors coming to invest in Valco. Now, San Nipan is making some money out of Valco. Because recently, Niati said, the workers of Valco, they were demonstrating, said, almost salary, working conditions in here. The Ben Namon said the CEO of Valco, demonstration saying, now, what the CEO is doing in the say, strategic investor na eba mua. That's how the Nisika Beshaba Okumua. Things will have to change. Now, strategic investor coming to invest in Valco does not mean say they are going to fire anybody. In fact, in the first place, when you read the MOU between the strategic investors and the Valco, and it doesn't talk about laying off anybody. So one, it means job security. Everybody's job is protected. Secondly, it means that you people, the new contract, it is going to, the improvement in your working conditions is going to go high because you know this can be making sure say more we more the travel here for you to make sure your output a jumana mo no the better out in the revenue it will basically be what the security be shame when you study what is happening at Valco the CEO now Valco is working 100% now go say jumana capacity is working only 20% at its capacity. What is happening is CEO only group of people they are using Valco as a private company. A Juma Valco yana sikaka krebano and then they show and they have been doing this for years, sir. They are making millions. It is the same way they did to Tor. Oh, Tema oil refinery there or the reason why Tiana Napo embassy a beton Tor and I say Yabema investor Abim to come and do what invest in Tono and all the NPP and energy sector ministers the reason was that they were using Tor as a cash cow. In Napo, di Ghana so Canada Japan Bawumia Kufuadomono. Na Tor containers and as tanks no. Na the omankasa fuel ba, no the store. Because the moment Tor starts to work, containers and I said tanks Tor will need it to store its own fuel in it. In Napo, they did everything possible to stop the investors coming in to invest in Tor. Anything that they be able to say, and the MPP investors investor for Frobiaba Ajegu, it was deliberate because the more they keep Tor dysfunctional, and I say people are able to use Tor air tanks as a tank farm. Almost diesels near there, almost store. It is the same thing happening at Valco. Now, what the CEO is doing, and he said he's using the workers as the shield. He is making the workers think he's fighting for them. In real life, the workers are not getting paid less. Their working condition is bad. They are not getting anything out of Valco. But the CEO is making money out of Valco because CEO never complaining saying all the incentives that he's being paid fully. So why he said the CEO or no CEO he doesn't want Valco to work at its full capacity so that a lot of people will be employed and those who are already currently employed at Valco almost conditions very better. Now the question here is the CEO of Tor of Valco, can he raise $700 million in any serious jurisdiction, any serious country? The first person can be Pamono, any the CEO, he has failed.
And the Dimu AC, Yamamuna mo, and a shower giant, and Wabidi Yabusia Penny, Osu, a Jimmy. Aha, Yabusia One TV. Subscribe, share, and like, and afford to trust him.